Happy hump day. Let me tell you a story. I'm a survivor of a lot. I've talked a little bit about some of the things that I've been through. I made a comment the other day on a video about stalking. Um, I had a stalker almost up to the day I got married. Um, when I was pregnant, I was 16. I had my son at 17 when I was 32 weeks pregnant. It was about 4 a.m. I stood up to go use the restroom, as very pregnant people often do, and there was banging at my front door. Banging. I was terrified. I asked who it was, and he said, "I'm from D-Heck, and I've come to take your baby." Now, that didn't make any sense whatsoever, but that's exactly the words that he said. I'm wearing a pink nightgown. Instinct said hide. I hid. I grabbed a hatchet, I climbed out the front trailer window, and I hid behind the recycling center until the sun came up. And when the sun came up, I took my hatchet and I walked my very pregnant ass to my friend Tanya's house. She answered the door when I knocked, and I'm sitting there holding this little hatchet, and I'm shaking, and I'm pregnant, I'm terrified, and we called the cops. The cops came, drove me back to the house. He had beat holes all around the side of the trailer. My mom was a nurse, so she was at work that night up till 7 a.m. So I've made a report of every single incident, every phone call he gave, everything, every threat he made, every time he would show up at my house. And now that I am 48 years old, I am prepared to fully protect myself, my family, my kids, everything with deadly force if necessary. So that was one of the most scary things that have happened to me outside of the whole physical attack in Hollywood. Stalkers are serious, they're terrifying. So just having somebody comment on your page a couple times, it'll start out happy, it'll start out friendly, it'll start out nice. But the minute you are clear that this is not something that you want, it can get real terrifying real fast. Now, this is the grown man that groomed me at 14 years old. 14 today is not like 14 back in 1990, I promise. I was so innocent, so naive. I had no clue what I was doing. I thought I did, as most teenagers do, but I didn't. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. My mom's preacher had to pay him off so that I could even come back home from California. It was a wild, scary time. But with my husband, I wouldn't advise. The police did tell me to keep my guard up, that stalkers can lie dormant for 20 years or more and then boom, just show up. That I wouldn't advise. It would not turn out well. And I would not call the police, because there is a long line, years of me filing and reporting these things. But I would do anything. So if you are watching, I would do anything to protect myself, my family, and my husband would too. So just a heads up to you, if you're still out there. Haven't heard from you in 20 years, so I hope you're dead. I hope you're dead. Peace.